Let me tell you what really went down at Dior Paris. Meghan Markle just got blacklisted. When Meghan Markle touched down in Paris, she wasn't just visiting, she was staging a return. Her team called it a private fashion trip, but inside Dior's marble offices, staff were already briefed. There would be no meetings, no fittings, and no exceptions. Sources close to the house claim that her name had been quietly flagged. A note circulated weeks earlier advising no unscheduled appearances from the Duchess, all inquiries through legal. Still, Meghan arrived confidently, insisting that she had an appointment for a couture session, but the list said otherwise: no entry, no reservation, and certainly no collaboration. What was meant to be a private reconnection turned into polite, silent rejection. Within hours, whispers started circulating through Paris's fashion corridors. Dior turned her away. It wasn't public yet, but in fashion, word travels faster than press releases. People inside the building described the scene as frosted calm. No shouting, no scandal, just formality. Dior's communications lead stepped forward, confirmed there was no appointment, and wished her a pleasant day. For Meghan, it was more than an inconvenience. It was humiliation from the very house she had been chasing for months. Insiders later revealed that her team had pitched multiple partnership ideas, everything from an ambassador deal to a modern Diana campaign. Proposals were glossy, ambitious, and written to position her as Dior's new symbol of legacy and rebellion. But inside Dior, the message didn't land the way she hoped. One executive allegedly said, quote, "We dress legends, we don't create them from controversy." After that, her name disappeared from Dior's contact lists. The polite rejection that morning was simply the final act of a decision already made. Days later, the receipts surfaced. Leaked communications showing Meghan's outreach to Dior had been ongoing for months. Her final proposal reportedly included a statement comparing herself to Princess Diana's elegance, reimagined for a new generation. That was the breaking point. Dior's board didn't want a PR storm. They wanted distance. Behind closed doors, they voted to blacklist her with all pending collaborations. A move later mirrored by several other luxury labels. Then came the twists. A Dior executive tried to keep the matter private. Social media lit up with sudden praise for Meghan's, quote, Dior style. Influencers repeated the same lines, the same hashtags, all curiously identical. Dior's internal investigators traced it back to agencies tied to Meghan's PR network. To Dior, it looked like an attempt to manufacture affiliation. Well, isn't that just like Meghan Markle? So it looks like Dior got attacked by the Sussex Squad in a way, their PR. After the rejection within hours, the House released a brief off-the-record statement to editors across Europe. Quote, Dior has no current or planned partnership with the Duchess of Sussex. One line, no further comment. It was calm, but it was final. In the world of couture, silence isn't peace, it's punishment. When Dior cut ties, it didn't end there. Inside the LVMH network, the empire that owns Dior, Fendi, Givenchy, and Louis Vuitton, Meghan's name began circulating on an internal restricted list. These lists aren't public, but every major brand has them. Names too controversial, too unpredictable, or simply not worth the risk. Executives across houses reviewed their own plans and quietly followed suit. Givenchy, which once dressed her for royal events, was the first to back away. Chanel declined further pitches. Even stylists who once pulled luxury samples for her received subtle warnings to avoid association. It wasn't personal, it was protection. Duchess had become what the fashion world fears most, a PR liability in couture clothing. Paris didn't exile her publicly, it just stopped responding. And in that silence, the blacklist spoke louder than any headline. But Meghan wasn't about to accept defeat. Days later, she made a surprise appearance at, apologies for the delays. My Twitter is very slow. She made a surprise appearance at Balenciaga's Paris Fashion Week show, a move meant to reassert her place among the fashion elite. Cameras clicked, the lights flashed, and for a moment, it looked like her redemption arc had arrived. Except it hadn't. Insiders at the show said energy shifted the moment she walked in. Quote, you could feel the air freeze. One stylist whispered, editors kept their distance. Designers turned politely cold. The applause that followed her entry was polite, not powerful. And while the photos look glamorous, those who were there describe it as awkward theater. No designer approached, no stylist offered congratulations. And behind the scenes, the real talk wasn't about her outfit. It was about how far she'd fallen from fashion's inner circle. The cameras caught her smile, Paris caught the silence. Backstage at Balenciaga, whispers began to spread. The kind Paris never forgets. Stylists and assistants traded quiet comments about the Duchess. Not about her dress, not about her hair, but about something less forgiving. One source described a heavy scent. Another mentioned too much perfume, like something what was being covered. Whether true or exaggerated, it didn't matter. In fashion, gossip spreads faster than fragrance. By the time the after party ended, the talk had left the building. Within hours, staffers from multiple brands were exchanging messages about it. Some dismissed it as cruel chatter. Others said it reflected the tension she brought into every room. The verdict wasn't about hygiene, it was about energy. Paris forgives arrogance, it forgives scandal, but it never forgives when the atmosphere turns heavy, literally or figuratively. And that night, the air around Meghan Markle was suffocating. Then came the moment that turned unease into outrage. After leaving the show, Meghan was seen filming near the Pont d'Alma tunnel, the same tunnel where Princess Diana's life ended. Her team claimed it was just a scenic drive, but the city didn't buy it. For a woman who had publicly compared herself to Diana, the choice of location felt intentional. For too many Parisians, it crossed a sacred line. Insiders whispered that she wanted to reclaim Diana's story, to draw an emotional parallel. But to those who lived through the tragedy, it was tone deaf and even morbid. A senior stylist who once worked with Dior summed it up quietly. Quote, Diana's legacy belongs to memory, not marketing. That single drive, filmed or not, did more damage than any Dior rejection could. Because in Paris, the city that still mourns Diana, it felt like performance masquerading as tribute. By the end of Fashion Week, the illusion had shattered completely. People who once admired her poise now questioned her purpose. Balenciaga had not dressed her for that event. Her outfit was borrowed, not gifted. The shoes, simple black pumps, were the only genuine piece from the brand. The rest had been arranged through intermediaries, not the label itself. To the fashion elite, that was code for exclusion. No custom fittings, no courtesies, no personal touch. She wasn't a guest of honor. She was a guest of circumstance. And that's when Paris turned. Editors who once flattered her began to keep their distance. Stylists declined requests. Even photographers stopped angling for her best side. It wasn't cruelty, it was quiet rejection. Because in Paris, they don't boo you down the room. They just stop looking up when you enter. When Meghan boarded her flight home, the cameras still flashed, but the warmth behind them was gone. Paris had decided that the Dior incident wasn't an isolated embarrassment. It was a reflection of something deeper, the illusion of belonging. She came to France believing she could rewrite her image, that couture could restore what controversy had taken. Instead, she discovered that style without authenticity is just costume. The Duchess, who once captivated the world, now stood at the edge of her own performance, stripped of applause. In chasing Diana's reflection, she lost her own. Paris doesn't reward imitation, it exposes it. One editor's note in Le Figaro captured the sentiment perfectly. Quote, "The difference between Diana and Meghan was never just grace, it was truth." By the time she left the city, the whispers had turned into silence, not scandal, just conclusion. Because in the end, Meghan didn't walk out of Paris as fashion royalty. She walked out as a reminder that in the world of high couture, admiration cannot be demanded, it must be earned. And for Meghan Markle, Paris decided she'd earned only one thing: distance. So thanks to Heather Louise for posting this on Twitter. This explains a lot, doesn't it? And Meghan posted that video. She took it down right away. And you know it wasn't because the public found it revolting like everything else she does. You know something else was going on. And it turns out she really picked off Paris couture, fashion industry there. She can basically kiss any deal goodbye now, all because of her little performance in Paris. Wow. So now it all makes sense. And I hope you don't mind me reading that long article, but I just thought it was so excellent. It should be read. All those quotes. Diana's legacy is for memory, not marketing. Wow. Ooh, now I have to wonder, though. My question is Princess Diana behind this? It is, it is. We're close. It's getting close to Halloween, Samhain there, and Meghan's being morbid and demonic. Let's take a look. Is Princess Diana, is she getting sufficiently tired of Meghan trying to be the modern face of Diana? Face of lights. Hmm. Yeah, I'm seeing something from above in this pyramid shape. It's like Diana's up here, and she's like, oh. That's what I see here. Something from above, just shooting down on someone. Yeah, yeah. It's like exposing. It's at the end of the day. She's trying so hard to be Diana 2.0, but her obsession and copying Diana and actually trying to market herself is just exposing Megalodon. She's exposing what a narc psychopath she is. So, so on one hand, it's actually a good thing. You know what I mean? It's so easy. And this video it has clearly illustrated everywhere exactly why nobody likes Meghan Markle, right? I mean, it's so, yeah, it is so disgusting and revolting, like everything else she does, and demonic. Anyways, awakening, energy upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Yeah, I think I'm getting somebody with blonde hair here has been awakened. This is the awakening card. I think Megalodon awakened something there from the other side here, awakened that caused a reaction, a reaction of light to be exposed. Soul family. All in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So again, soul family here. Yeah, I think Meghan has not only ticked off Diana, but the entire family of Spencer line on the other side. Maybe actually, this I see two people here. Maybe this is Diana and the Queen together. I don't know. I get a couple. There's more than one family member on the other side who is wants to sabotage Megalodon for sure. Yeah, because and Meghan with her using and abusing Diana's memory with her family and calling her daughter, Lilibet Diana and all this, and putting Meghan, Diana's picture and everything everywhere, and I think the whole thing is just disturbing Diana's memory. I see this as Diana being disturbed on the other side, where she should be resting in peace, and instead she's constantly being awakened by Meghan's spiritual work, whatever she's doing, her haunting or whatnot. How is Diana feeling about Meghan? I think Meghan's disturbing the other side, particularly with Diana. It's disturbing everybody on the other side. I mean, because Meghan is so constant, not just in this world, but she's doing a lot of spiritual work. It seems, as from what I hear, contacting Diana, talking about her, constantly bringing her up. Yeah, constantly trying to relive her memory, relive her life almost. Or almost, yeah, every outfit she wears. Let's see. How's Diana feeling about her? How is she feeling? Not good. I say disturbed. Bobcats. Bobcat. Life is a mystery. Yeah, ferocious kind of cat there. Not one you want to mess with. I think that's kind of uh, bringing out a wild cat, kind of a catty behavior there. Oh, and bat spirit, a rebirth assured. Hmm. All right, so this is it. Meghan is a vampire. When they talk about the energy, Meghan sucks out of a room, and the way she's constantly trying to suck onto Princess Diana's memory. The bat is a vampire in small form, right? And yeah, and with the bobcat, I mean, bobcats are ferocious, wild, you know, predators there. And so I think that there's definitely a battle going on here that Meghan has brought out and hunting down and being a vampire to Princess Diana and her memory and everything she did and everything and her children. Yeah, and the way she's affecting William and his family. Meghan, this is like Meghan. Diana sees Meghan as a predator and a vampire, and that's all she is. Wow. Wow. How else? I got the Ghost Tarot out. I figure this is a good time to bring the Ghost deck out. How does Diana feel about Meghan's activities so far? Or yeah, how is she feeling about Meghan's activities in the past, marrying her son and all of that, and treating her other son horribly? All these cards just want to jump out. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at this. I got the devil card. Meghan is evil and with her satanic gang. Oh yeah. So Meghan's got a lot of satanic demons and whatnot on the other side, and that's part of the reason why Diana's so disturbed. Hmm. Yeah. So Diana wants to take her out. She wants the truth exposed by her. The truth is being distorted. I also get Three of Swords as well, and this you could see as Diana being very unhappy. It's like she's been awakened out of her grave, and she's constantly being called upon by these Meghan's, doing her hoodoo, voodoo, witchcraft, and constantly, you see this in the sky, like this is what Meghan uses to sacrifice her chickens or something on a full moon. And again, this was on a full moon. Meghan's always doing that moon magic. Yeah, and she's constantly disturbing Diana. And Diana is very unhappy. Three of Swords. You have to be careful, I think. I mean, I don't know anything about disturbing the dead or anything, but I do know I wouldn't want anyone on the other side angry with me. I'm just saying, there's a lot of stuff they could do you wouldn't like. And Diana is going to disturb all her plans going forward. I've got Two of Wands reversed. So I'm getting that Diana's like, that's it. That's it. Anything she tries to do is going to be a disaster. And all of her plans there, okay, but particularly in Paris. So I am for sure getting that Meghan was doing some kind of satanic work there, like recently at this Paris, supposed fashion trip, if you want to call it that. And that's when Diana, who's been very unhappy for a while now, especially with Meghan going to her resting place and doing some kind of sorcery or something, or killing something there, or whatever she did. And Diana's like, that's it. That's it. It's over. I'm going to make sure anything she plans to do does not work out well. Yeah. Yeah. Did Diana influence Dior? I mean, Diana, I mean, of course, in Paris, that's a very, it's like 9/11 in New York. It's not something you joke about. And of course, Meghan used 9/11 recently, claiming with an alleged memory with her fake phony friend there at a book opening, saying, "Oh, in 9/11, the two of us drove somewhere, and it was like, oh, it was so important to us." She used 9/11 as a backdrop to a personal story about herself. I mean, it's really disgusting. And TRG covered it. So for Paris, I mean, the Diana dying in the tunnel there was, of course, they're basically very traumatic for everyone. And so Meghan to be, sort of making it trying to turn it into her own personal entertainment on TikTok or whatever. Really sickening right there. So you probably wouldn't need Diana's involvement, but it just seems that I think Diana was sort of, like I said, destroying her, like putting out, the message there, with her soul family. Like, don't even think about helping her, because so you normally the Queen of Wands. Okay, here's the Queen of Wands here. Now that would be the Meghan card. So she is focused on Meghan and destroying Meghan with the Tower. Okay, it's getting much worse here. So she's not only going to destroy her plans. It looks like Diana is looking to destroy Meghan's, life basically. I think she's had it with her. I think Diana is just like, the gloves are coming off on the other side. I think that Meghan's gone too far. Oh my goodness. Five of Swords. Oh yeah. Five of Swords. Yeah, Meghan has been, not only nasty to just nasty, she's been nasty to everyone as well. And bully. And I get the Knight of Coins reversed. Ooh, Knight of Coins reversed. Very negative, destructive, financially, and whatever else. Oh, and the Queen of Coins reversed as well. So I do get Diana is also very angry about how Diana. Also very angry about how Meghan has bullied Catherine as well as the Queen. Particularly Catherine, though, I think, and is more something that is also getting her wrath. So yeah, I think there's going to be. Is Diana going to do anything else? Is that she going? Is there anything going to happen in the future? Because Meghan just wants to have a car chase or something. She's just dying to have something that she can try to claim that she's just like Diana. And here I've got, she's going to do anything else. I have Three of Coins reversed. So I'm getting that Meghan is going to make sure that any business she tries to start or anyone who works with her, any experts, like PR people that constantly leave, she's going to make their lives, she's going to push them to go. She's going to push them out and try to destroy any work that Meghan tries to create. Oh, and I get the Emperor here. And she's also going to destroy Meghan's political ambitions or ambitions for the throne. I don't think things are going to go well. Diana's going to curse everything she does. And I get the Three of Wands reversed. Oh yeah, she's going to take out. And I got a large ship on here. But Meghan wants to do a commercial with a cruise line or something, or she was going to. I can't remember. I don't know. It just comes. This is like the Titanic. I got a ship reverse, 3 of Wands reverse. So I'm getting the idea that yeah, Meghan is she is going to be destructive all around Meghan's life in general, and doing everything she can to destroy anything she tries to bring in. And I'm getting 3 and 3 here. And the power of 3, as Jam Scam talks about with her spell work. I think with her friends potentially, Meghan may try to push back, but I think that especially with her ambitions for power, and I don't think that's going to go well, because I think Princess Diana and her soul family is going to be um, pushing back against it. So yeah, I would expect a lot of backfiring. What else can we expect? Anything from Diana in the future with Megalodon and what else? I mean, this is what she's going to do in the future. She is going to, oh yeah, ooh, yeah, the children, something with the children. Yeah, something being exposed, perhaps some fake children with the fake red hair that Meghan always colors the kids' hair with. And this picture, the girl's hair is brushed, so that's not Megalodon's child. But I do see that Diana's going to help out with that too, making sure the origin of those children are exposed as well. She's particularly interested in that and making sure they're not in the line of succession. Oh, yeah, Knight of Swords. 2 knights are coming out here. Very destructive. She hates her. She just wants to destroy her, and she will. And Meghan better watch out. That's all I got to say, because I'm getting a lot of anger from the other side here. I'm getting that they want to separate her from her children or expose her and her attempts to make them, line of succession. I get that she's just going to sink any ship Meghan puts out. Her chances, anything she tries to work towards in government or politics, she's going to take that out and destroy it. She's going to make her financially bereft with, and also to be bullied, ostracized, and punished karmically and spiritually for the way she treated Catherine. And I do get, yeah, I mean, I get it right from the beginning with the Queen of Wands in the Tower. I mean, she's just going to destroy her life. I mean, yeah, Meghan put her on herself, though, because you know what? I think Meghan used, like I said, the first card that popped out, the devil. I think Meghan used demonic and evil entities and spell work and that type of people to try to get power, try to get the power. And she tried to like steal the power. She wanted to steal Diana's essence. Like it wasn't like she wanted to work with Diana. She was like trying to get her to possess her or something like really bizarre. And of course, Diana was not having it. Diana's been very upset for a while with this whole thing and fuming. And that's why, she is this was the last straw, this video. She actually, that was it. That was it. That's when that was it. Whatever Meghan tried to do backfired. Whatever spell work she tried to do or whatever she was doing at Diana's death site, it's now released the Kraken. It's released something that's going to work very much against Megalodon. Wow. Meghan's going to make amends big time. So there you have it. That's what I see. I do see Diana very much involved in destroying Meghan's reputation even further, and also her ability to prosper in the future, especially if she does do anything with Diana's memory. So I hope you enjoyed this. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.